Hello everyone, this is Jim Okerzinski with this week's lecture video. I would like to begin with follow-up on discussion board 12. I believe there might have been some misinterpretation of the assignment instructions there. The fast write activity was to be 3 minutes for each of the prompts. So the content that was generated should have been a bit more than what was uploaded. It wasn't 3 minutes for all the prompts. I never do that. Thought I mentioned that and said that in the old Panopto video there. So if you have a chance to regenerate that assignment and upload some new content, I certainly would take a look at that. Just let me know if you revise the discussion board post. However, I just want to start touching on some topics, and everybody had some really good topics there. A few individuals might have mentioned 3 different topics, and that's not the purpose of the proposal argument. Okay, a proposal is a problem solution. So you have to have a focused problem. Now, your problem can have some causes, which in fact might be a problem within themselves. So, for example, time management was written about by a fair amount of students as time management. Excuse me, but time management can be really a product of or a cause of bad time management would be procrastination. Distractions it could be personal family life, stress, anxiety, or a self confidence issue might cause some wavering in time management and organizing a thought process to get things done. Also, if you think about it, even being a first generation college student might be a cause of bad time management because you just don't have the experience or perhaps the role model to help you through managing time in a college environment. All right. So we could look on the other side of the column here. If we talk about costs like tuition and costs, it could be books, it could be room and board. Reason why you're at a community college instead of paying that money at one of the state colleges. There's a lot of components or causes of tuition and the cost factor side of a particular going to college then, right? So you also then have majors, which some students wrote about majors and picking majors and what that would be like and trying to stick with that throughout a college career. And then tied to majors really is advising in the kind of courses that you would have to begin and take, right? So as you can see, a lot of the components are either topics themselves that could be a potential problem, or they could be causes for the problem that you select. The idea here in developing a problem and talking about a problem is determining its causes, and then in order to solve a problem you have to really in essence solve some of the causes of that problem, right? So that's kind of like the way it would work in the proposal argument, problems and solutions. Now the idea here is if you take a look, let me see, I think I had the textbook open. Reading about writing, the section in the textbook about writing about problems and solutions is critical. It kind of draws the connections between problems of consequence or manageable scale, but also how to narrow down the problem, how to go about writing the proposal, and also audience and purpose. Now, though it's not really stated in the assignment, I believe that the audience for this particular assignment is going to be like college students, people that you want to reach, people who go to college. So you want to look through, developing your topic, the evidence that it's serious, who does it affect and under what circumstances, what will happen if nothing is done, why is it happening, why does this matter, right? So the idea here is that you want to show people instead of telling people that the cost of college is high because it's high, right? Books are expensive. Well, why is it high? What causes high tuition? Is it a lack of government funding? Is it a lack of the ability to pay for it in today's economic income inequality, right? So you want to look for the connections in this to develop the problem solution format, the cause and effects. is really a lot of critical thinking in this particular assignment. Looking for solutions. You need justifications, right, to determine what might be the same solutions, okay? Do they address the cause and effect? Will they work? Has somebody else tried these types of solutions and did they work or didn't they work? I bet you if you looked around about community college, there's probably up to maybe about good 3 or 4 or maybe even a half a dozen states right now that offer free community college. So that might be an area you want to research if you're looking to write about costs. Now, an important component in getting into discussion board number 13 is looking for research. All right, Google is great. You might be able to find an article. I'm looking for stuff like an article, a publication, if you find it on Google, something reputable. I'm not looking for some obscure web page from some college talking about costs. That is not quality research, right? You know, think about this as a garbage in, garbage out type of a process. So if you were to look at the, let's see, what do I want here? My library research GDoc. This particular document was generated by the Moraine Valley Library last spring when we all went out on pandemic leave and everything converted over to an online format. We all were forwarded all these great tips from our librarians over at Moraine Valley. So if you look at some of the links, I've opened them up. We have your U.S. major dailies, which is your daily newspapers. You can put in some search words for your topic into that particular search line there, and you might be able to find your topic. Could be higher education tuition costs or room and board or those type of search words that you can use those keywords in the search line. Here is EBSCOhost, which is Academic Search Complete. It gets you all the databases that will give you some publications. So try to find and look at some keywords for your particular topic. Could be time management in the college environment, or it could be higher education, and then another advanced search of another phrase might be time management, and look for something recent on that. Another avenue for research is the CQ Researcher. This is more or less like an encyclopedia type of a research program or platform. They tend to give you like large chunks on about a certain topic. So you have to be wary of CQ Researcher, and you want to be always aware of being able to grab the library site. There is an Ask a Librarian tab in the library site over at Moraine Valley. So let's get to here, discussion board 13. Okay, researching a topic. You know, you've selected a topic, but you really got to see what kind of research is out there for that particular topic. So as I say here, take a look at writing about problems and solutions in a textbook. Okay, after that, after discussion board 12, a potential topic should emerge for SA3 using Google and the main Moraine Valley website, library site. Locate 3 possible sources for your post. Your initial post should include the links to your sources and explain how the information will help you support the seriousness of your problem and possible solutions. So these are what you're looking for in your sources. How can it establish that your problem is of consequence, right? That it is serious? Can it support, for example, increased tuition? Okay, maybe an article that talks about tuition increases over the last 30 years. There might be a visual or a graph in it that'll show you the rate of tuition increase over the last 30 years. It's probably, I can guarantee you'll find that it's it's probably increased more than like healthcare and any other component in our daily lives. And then if there's a solution for high tuition costs, what would be out there and what would an article propose to support your solution? Okay, so that's the prompt for discussion board 13. I am looking for just And I'm not looking for a citation. I'm only looking for a link to a site that I can get to and click on and see if it is a viable and possible research source for you. All right. So I'm looking for 250 to 300 words, discussing the prompts in an organized paragraph structure. So you can talk about the sources in 3 paragraphs and put the links at the bottom. That is totally acceptable to me on that. All right. So I hope this clears up 13, clears up 12, gives you some avenues to do some research, preliminary research, and we're going to dive into this a little bit further into next week as we get closer to the essay assignment. Okay, that's all I have for the lecture video this week. Good luck. Stay safe.